What do I say about Jesus? None of you know who the hell Jesus is. And it's getting kind of frustrating because the world's ending. And if we all just understood what Christ was, it wouldn't end. I just see all these little cretins treating each other like garbage, and I say, what would Jesus do? I mean, like, not for them, I mean, what would Jesus do to them? Because I'm hoping he just comes back and starts throwing hands with everyone. I just hope he comes back and fistfights every single human being on the planet who purposely tried to hurt another person, who used his name and his image to make other people afraid, who used his religion to manipulate people, who let all those small children in the Congo mine cobalt and get unalived daily, who enslaved Uyghur Muslims, who kicked Palestinians out of Israel, who forced Native Americans to live on rundown reservations, who told everyone to lock themselves in their homes and then had a fancy dinner with their friends at the French Laundry. These people are absolutely disgusting. So many of them. Half of them couldn't care less about being decent people. The other half think they are while they do terrible things to other human beings. I hope Jesus comes back and runs a 7 billion person gauntlet for 1,000,000 years. And I hope he lets me watch the whole thing. I'm not saying there isn't any decent people out there. I'm just saying I don't know where they are. What's happened to us? What's happened? Why can't we be kind to each other? Why can't we be honest? Why can't we treat our friends like a second self? I don't get it. I don't know what happened. Maybe I ended up in hell somehow and I'm an asshole too. I just don't know. Because absolutely nothing makes sense. Except for Jesus. Except for the way of Christ. Except for honoring the 2 commandments. Except for the gospel of peace. Except none of those things make sense to the rest of the world. What Jesus told us was really, really simple, and I think he meant it that way. That's why he was always using elementary school level parables to explain deep mysteries to us. Maybe he could see the future too. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure who Jesus was. I mean, whether or not he was a guy who lived 10,000 years ago, who rebelled against Rome and they threw him on a cross and drove nails through his feet and hands. And now everyone thinks somehow that means that we're sinful and he had to die for us. I'm not sure how they made that connection. What I do know for sure is that his story and his teachings and his wisdoms will always be important. Except we've come to live in a world where even the simplest truths can be misunderstood. I'm not sure how the concept of love can go over so many people's heads. But the fact that so few people actually have something good and true to say about Jesus is precisely the reason we're in this predicament. So what do I say? Empathize with others, realize that the same things that hurt you hurt other people. Realize that if you were completely selfless and everyone else on the planet was as well, we would live in an absolute paradise. Kingdom of heaven on earth.